A long time ago, in a small village in ancient China, there was a boy named Lin. Lin was a kind boy, but he had a problem. He couldn't stop thinking about bad things that had happened to him. Whenever someone said something mean, Lin would think about it all day. He kept repeating those hurtful words in his mind, and he couldn't forget them. Because of this, Lin didn't have many friends. He also found it hard to focus on his schoolwork and chores. His mind was always full of old memories, making it difficult for him to pay attention to the present. One day, an old man in the village saw how sad Lin looked. He kindly told Lin to visit a wise monk in a nearby village. The monk was known for helping people with their problems, and the old man thought he could help Lin too. Lin decided to take the old man's advice. He went to see the wise monk and told him about his problem. The monk listened carefully, nodding as Lin spoke. Then, without saying a word, the monk stood up and went inside the temple. Lin waited, wondering what the monk was doing. After some time, the monk returned with a glass of water in his hand. "What is the weight of this glass?" the monk asked Lin. Lin thought for a moment and said, "It's not very heavy." The monk nodded. "And if I hold this glass for an hour, what will happen?" "It will start to feel heavier," Lin replied. The monk smiled. "And if I hold it for a whole day?" "Your hand will start to hurt," Lin said. "Exactly," the monk said. "But did the weight of the glass change?" "No, it stayed the same," Lin answered. The monk nodded again. "And what can I do to stop the pain?" "Put the glass down," Lin said. The monk smiled. "That's right. Our worries are like this glass of water. At first, they may seem small, but if we keep holding on to them, they become too heavy to carry. The best thing to do is to let them go and focus on the present." Lin listened carefully. He realized that he had been holding on to his past troubles for too long. It was time to let them go. From that day on, whenever Lin found himself overthinking, he remembered the monk's lesson. Slowly, he learned to put his worries aside, and little by little, he became happier and felt lighter than ever before.